Good evening, class. It's Mr. Austin here again today. We're going to be doing our last two lessons for the unit. Today we're going to be working on kicking. Um, so for today, what I'm going to be looking for is for our psychomotor, we're going to be able to hit 2 out of 5 of the critical features of the kick. We're going to be able to identify all those critical features, and then we're going to participate in all our activities. For the most part, the cognitive and affective are the same as last week. We're just, like I said, we're always working on our critical features. While we're at home, success is hard to really tell. So we're really looking for critical features, not as much about trial success, but as critical feature success. My start and stop signals are going to be the same. They're going to be 1, 2, 3, eyes, ears on me. What go and freeze. 4. So for today, like I said, we're going to be doing kicking. Kicking is popular in soccer. If you play soccer, you've definitely worked on kicking. If you play kickball, you've worked on kicking. You may have played soccer and not liked it because you weren't good at kicking, or kickball and you weren't good at kicking. So today we're going to be working on that. We'll work on those skills, and we're going to get down into it. So for our task 1, we're going to be working on ghost kicking. Now these are going to be the critical features of the kick. Is what we're going to be working on. We're not going to be kicking any balls. So we're going to get right down into it. So the critical features of the kick, or what I'm going to tell them to you, then I'm going to demo because I'm going to have to move my camera, are first, a rapid approach to the ball. A constant motion towards the ball. You want to be running towards the ball, moving towards the ball. When you get there, you want to kind of take like a leap towards the ball. You want to stride out. You want your non-kicking foot to step close to the ball. When you do that leap, you want your non-kicking foot to land very close to the ball. Then what you're going to want to do is take your leg back and kick. Now, you're going to kick the ball, making contact with your toe. For this day, we're just going to be working on our toe. Eventually, I will give you an upper extension where you'll be working on kicking with the side of your foot, which is a more skilled way to kick. And then finally, the last thing is going to be making solid contact and following through, hitting it with your toe, like I said. So I'm going to show you the example of that. So we are outside. So, like I said before, we're going to take a constant run towards the ball, okay? So we're going to imagine my ball is right in front of me. I'm going to run, leap, plant near the ball, foot out, kick, extend, continue, okay? So, now that you've seen how that looks, what I want you to do now is do about 10, 15 practice trials. We're just trying to ghost kick that ball. Remember, like I said, we're trying to hit 2 out of those 5 critical features. So if you just run up and you put your foot close to the ball and you miss the ball and you don't jump, you're fine, okay? Because you've hit 2 of my critical features. Then we're going to work on identifying. Like I said, I'm going to assess you as we go. So for task 1, I want everybody to do it about 15, 20 times. Then what I want you to do is I want you to write down all the critical features on a piece of paper. I want you to write down the ones you thought weren't the best that you did, and then write down the ones you were perfect at. You ran towards the ball every time. You don't need to work on that at all. Okay, so everybody did good. So for our ghost kicking, like I said, on our first trial, it's going to be it's going to seem easy and repetitive, but like I said, we're going to be working on those critical features. If it feels like it's just way too easy, you've done 10, you're like, I can't do this anymore, but I want to keep going. Definitely, what I tell you to do is work on, like I said, kicking with that side of your foot. Okay, that side of your foot. It's a little bit different of a kick. I'll show you. So normally, when you make that rapid approach, you jump, you land, you kick. Most people are going to put their foot straight out, laces. They're going to kick the ball right here. So what you're going to be working on doing is when you step, kick, you want to turn your foot more on the inside, and you want to hit more on the inside of your foot. This will lead to more control over where you kick the ball, but like I said, it's more advanced. Only do it if you feel like the first task is way too easy. If it's too hard, just work on one critical feature. There's no ball right now, so we're just trying to get the mechanics of what we're doing. Okay, so now that we've done task 1, let's move into task 2. Now, task 2 is where we're going to actually kick the ball. So what we're going to do is it's the same objective. So I want you to be able to kick the ball. This time I'm going to do 3 critical features because you practiced ghosting it. You wrote down what you needed to work on. So you've got more of an idea in mind of what you need to be working on and how we can succeed. So for task 2, we're going to be actually kicking the ball. For this task, I do not have any kickballs or anything at my house. I looked forever. So I have a football. While we're at home, it's a little difficult. So, any ball, if you don't have any balls, there's always ghost kicking. Remember these, we're just for the next round, we're just going to do ghost kicking some more. If you do find a ball, hopefully it's something a little big you can practice on. Let's try to kick towards a wall. Let's not try to break anything. Let's not kick in our house. Let's make sure we're outside when doing this activity like I am. And from there, so for task 2, we're going to be working on kicking a ball using 3 other critical features by the end of the task. Okay, I want you to be able to identify all those critical features, and then I want you to participate fully in the activity. So for task 2, like I said, we're going to be working on kicking. My critical features are, like I said, a rapid approach to the ball, a leap, plant your foot, your non-kicking foot close to the ball, a kick, and then making contact with your laces or the side of your foot, depending on what you're doing. So I'm going to give you an example of that. Like I said, I have a football, so we're going to practice kicking a football towards my open field over here. Right now, I know the worst thing to tell you is something not to do, but for right now, I do not have flat surface that I can record in. So mine's at a little angle. When you do this, please make sure you're at a level surface. That'll make it a lot easier. It'll make it a lot more safe, and you'll get a lot more from it. But this is more or less, like I said, I'm just showing you the critical features, what we're working on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the demo. Okay, like I said, we're going to take a rapid approach. Alright guys, we're back. My video got cut off, so I'm going to crunch this in. I'm not very good at that, so you'll probably notice it. Like I said, we're going to be working on task 2 again. Task 2 is going to be kicking an actual ball, trying to hit 3 out of 5 of the critical features, identifying those critical features, and participating in the task. Should be a lot of fun. You'll be, hopefully by the end of this, you'll be a great kicker. Great at soccer, great at kickball. You'll be picked first every time. So what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to practice kicking that ball. I've got my handy-dandy football here. Let's make sure everybody is on a flat surface. Okay, so like I said, my critical features are taking a rapid approach to the ball, leap or stride towards the ball. You want to place your non-kicking foot. I kick with my right foot, so my left foot is going to go close to the ball, if not adjacent to it, and then I'm going to put my foot back and kick. Okay, so the goal of this is going to be to do about 15 trials, hitting 3 out of 5 of those critical features. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to go through it one time. Okay, rapid approach, step, kick. Okay, and so as you can see, I did the kick. I moved for lighting. Like I said, if you want to make the task more advanced, you're going to kick with the side of your foot, like I demoed for you in task 1. If this is a little too hard, just move the critical features down. Now, with that being said, if you move the critical features down, once you do this lesson one time, try to work on your kicking some more, and then re-watch the lesson, and then see if you can hit those 3 out of 5 critical features. So, now that we've gone through all the critical features of the kick and our task progressions, we're going to go into our closure, because you guys have been so great. We moved through this perfectly. So now what we're going to do is we're going to close. So what I want everybody in the comment section to do is write down all the critical features of the kick that we worked on today. Tell me what those are. Tell me which ones were the most difficult, which ones are the easiest. And then I want you to tell me one sport or activity that you know uses kicking. Please don't say kickball or soccer. There's definitely some others. You can find some on the internet with your parents' permission. But thank you guys so much for being good. I hope you're having a great break. Remember to stay safe.